What's up, y'all? I'm Anatalia Villaranda, and this is In the Know Glow Up Garage, where I show y'all how to do simple DIY car upgrades for an epic glow up. And today, we're gonna be installing wheels, and I am so excited. Not only does this make a huge difference on your car, but it's also a life hack to know how to put a new tire or wheel on your car. The tools you'll need are an impact gun, a torque wrench, half-inch drive for the impact gun, half-inch drive for the torque wrench, and a 19mm socket. I'm gonna be using a lift, but at home, make sure you're using a jack, and for safety, don't forget your jack stand. I'm really excited. Let's get rolling. Let's get started, but I'm gonna start rolling my sleeves up because it is definitely gonna get a little dirty. Before we do anything, when we're using a lift, or if you're doing this at home, the car has to be on the ground for the first step. And that first step is we have to make sure that we break loose the lug nuts on the ground so that they're loose when the car comes up. If you guys see these lug nuts over here, they're different sizes on different cars, but for mine, these are 19mm. We already loosened them. This one you can literally loosen with your hand, but we can use a power tool. Power tools are so helpful because it just makes the whole process go a lot faster because it does this like that thing and it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna loosen these. You don't need to loosen them in a specific order. Just make sure that it's on. There it is. And then move to your left because lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. And remember, whenever we take any part off the car, we have to make sure we put them in a designated area or else we're gonna forget them and lose them because that really does happen a lot. Aha. And that's basically it for that process. This is the process that I don't like a lot, but we gotta do it, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. And it's literally just lifting it off and putting it down, but I'm into cars, not cardio, so we here. So we're just gonna lift that up, go, place it down. So I just learned a new way to lift these up. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, go. Now we just gotta align these holes with these bolts, and we're gonna make it in. I did it! Did you guys get that? I did that on the first try. Yeah, congratulate myself. Okay, now that it's on, literally the simplest process. We just gotta grab these lug nuts and hand tighten them on. Do not use a power tool yet. Make sure you hand tighten them on first, or else you are gonna strip a bolt, and once you strip a bolt, you can't use that bolt again. Not fun, not good to do. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. I am so excited I chose these wheels, not only because they're shaped like a star and they're out of this world, but because they're unique and you don't really see a lot of cars out there with white wheels, even though they may be hard to clean. I think it's worth it. Okay, so now that these are hand tightened, as you can see the wheels are a little wobbly, but as long as the lug nuts are a little bit on, we're good. Now, we're gonna go ahead and take the handy dandy power tool and make sure it's turning to the right. Now let's turn to the right. This is a very, 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 very important tip. Whenever we're tightening lug nuts, we want to make sure we do it in a star pattern. And it just so happens that the wheels are also a star. So what I mean by that is we're going to want to make sure that we tighten it like a star. We're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to hear that. And I'm going to stop. Go ahead and do that. Boom. Okay, so now that we went ahead and tightened the lug nuts, this is not the end of the process. There's another step that's really, really, really important that you gotta do. We're gonna grab a torque wrench and tighten to spec. That means that we have to make sure that each lug nut is actually secure and tightened. Even if we use a power tool, that's not fully tightened. We always have to make sure that we're using a torque wrench. We are gonna be lowering the car down to kiss the floor. That means the full weight of the car is not completely on the floor, but just enough to where it's kissing on the floor. Okay, so now we are all set to tighten the lug nuts. We're gonna go ahead and start. Once you hear that clicking, that means it's all set and tightened. And you hear that good old clicking sound. And then we're just gonna shimmy, shimmy. And there you got it, folks. That's literally it. Usually before putting the car down, you wanna make sure that you do all 4 tires and wheels. For this one, I'm showing you guys how to do this bad boy right here. And now I'm gonna lift the car back up and finish the rest. Okay, nice. That was it, y'all. All 4 wheels are ready to get rolling. Thank you guys for watching In the Know Glow Up Garage. I really did love putting these wheels on. They really make the whole ride go. Don't forget, for safety, to use jack stands. Have fun, be safe, and get creative, y'all.